Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to a Witchy Wednesday reading. So what I'm going to do moving forward here on this Treasure Trove channel is I'm going to go ahead and do a Witchy Wednesday reading one week for Wednesday, and then the next week will be the Tuesday weekly forecast. I'm just going to go back and forth. Reason why is because a lot of you really like the Witchy Wednesdays, and I don't usually post back to back, so Tuesday, Wednesday. So I figured I'm just going to switch it up every week. So I hope that you guys really enjoy this moving forward. Obviously, just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks, including this Organite here, will be listed down below. So we do have the full moon. So it is a lunar eclipse full moon in Taurus. It's called the Hunter's Moon, coming up on Saturday. So I feel like this will also really showcase what's coming up, what we need to focus on for this full moon, maybe even some sort of rituals, etc. So let's go ahead and dive right into the messages. This particular deck here is called the Wiccan Spellbook cards. Let's see what the energy is here for us when it comes to this full moon cycle coming up, as well as just this period of time. That is the energy here. Ooh, we have the Silver Moon Witch. I kind of like this, and so what I'm going to just read these cards intuitively rather than going into the book. First of all, the moon's energy is going to be big for you, okay? So it's either going to affect you significantly. So I'm reading here, and it says serves as, so this particular full moon, this lunar eclipse in Taurus, is actually going to serve as a gentle reality check. So it's not going to be like this huge, like a Scorpio energy where it's just like major death and transformation, hardcore. But it's a gentle reality check. What's Taurus about? Well, Taurus is about your values. What do you truly value? What do you want in this life? What's important to you? Is what you're doing for your, for a living, or maybe who you're spending time with, does it align with your values? And if it does, it's about laying more of a foundation and investing further, making a commitment to grow and really build. This could be a business, a relationship, having children, etc. So to me, silver energy is like the silver lining. So it's that gentle reality check. If we're either wasting time or we're not really happy, it's giving us an opportunity to kind of rethink what it is that we actually want. So some of you guys, this could be a great time for you to write down things that are important to you, things that you want to attract into your life, maybe even releasing something during this full moon cycle, things that you're having a difficult time letting go, asking them to be replaced with things that are more in alignment with you. Very cool. So let's go ahead and get another. What else do we need to know? The Fire Witch, and it's funny because I was actually going to say using fire. So I do feel like this is a confirmation here. We're going to either be, purging something, writing something down, or putting something in the fire as a way to, burn up that energy, to release that energy, etc. I also see the fire as, the phoenix rising from the ashes. So some of you guys, it could be that you're going through a difficult time. So the silver lining is realizing that maybe something needs to fade away in order for you to resurrect into the new you. Okay, so there we have that. What else? We have the Warty Witch. Oh, it's so cute. So first of all, this, the warty toad, right? It's kind of like, for me, it has something to do with perhaps romance, but it could be friendship as well. Sometimes you are going to have to, deal with some toads or kiss some toads along the way in order to get to the right people or the right person. So some of you guys, this could be about love because we do have the hearts there. So this is about not being afraid to release someone or something in your life that really doesn't align with what you're wanting long term. This is a natural transition. This situation is eclipsing out at this time. It's gentle. There's also a reminder to be gentle with yourself during this period of transition. Okay, take care of yourself. Maybe even spend time with your family and your friends. Taurus energy, spend time with loved ones, etc. Okay, great time to do this. All right, let's get one more actually. One more energy here. We have the Ditch Witch. Okay, so to me, it's like ditching energy. We have that full moon there. So definitely during this full moon, we're going to be ditching something. We're going to be ditching something that doesn't serve us. If somebody has ditched you or kind of left you in the ditch, the silver lining is maybe this person did you a favor. Might be hard. The number 5 indicates challenges, but also change that comes from challenging times. So this is about allowing something to transition, being gentle with yourself, letting something just go, even if it is difficult, just kind of taking steps to further and further distance yourself from a person or a situation where things just aren't really changing or things aren't really going well, or it's a super challenging time. Well, we definitely have 2 people here, and then we have this person here. So there could be third party energy too. So it might be that you're ditching the third party, you're no longer going to be a part of third party, or you're just no longer going to be a part of a group or a situation that just doesn't serve you. Okay. So this raven here, the crow, can sometimes be a prophecy, but also sometimes it comes in the form of challenging news. So it's kind of like the challenge is we've got to let something go. Something has reached its conclusion. It's time to kind of turn a new page in our story. So that's what I'm getting here for this opening energy for our Witchy Wednesday. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. And if you're not really going through any kind of major challenges and, this is just about using this moon in order to bring forth some kind of new phase, whether it's in business, self-worth, self-love, etc. There's something here for everybody. So that's what we have so far. So let's go ahead and go into this deck right here, which is called What the F is the Problem by Fire Witch Tarot. It's so funny, Fire Witch, so cute. This is kind of like a, sassy deck. Let's just see what we need to know right now. Are there some things that we are really struggling with? Are there some things that we need to hear? Well, let's see what this deck has to tell us. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have you're not being humble. So it might not necessarily mean that you, as in you, the person watching the video, isn't being humble. Maybe somebody around you. And the only reason I say that is because it does look to me like there could be the influence of other people. Maybe somebody's not humble enough to see the error of their ways, okay? But yes, it could be you as well. What is being humble? Humble is about just being grateful for what you have. So instead of focusing on the things that you don't have or the things that maybe are, exiting your life, really think about the silver lining. Remember that silver energy was there. The silver lining is, not everything is doom and gloom. Not everything is bad. You can take something, you can derive something positive from a challenging, even crappy situation. It's not a complete and total loss. It's when we're in that mode where it just seems like, we're just obliterated. We feel victimized. We feel like life is unfair. There's always something in every situation that we can take. Just even if it's a sliver, something tiny, just a speck where we can change things around and use that as a motivating factor to either do better next time, choose differently next time, just be different. Take the wisdom of that little speck and apply it to your future. That would be the silver lining. So we are being asked to try to look at things from a more humble perspective. And if you are dealing with someone who just absolutely doesn't get it, they're just absolutely clueless and they think everyone else is the problem, they're just at a stage in their life where they're just not ready to grow. And sometimes we do have to walk away from people like this. Sometimes we do have to part ways, whether it's forever or just temporarily, but we can't be afraid to live our lives without dysfunction. Sometimes people stay connected to situations that are dysfunctional because they're afraid to, be without that person, even though it brings a lot of pain and suffering in their lives. So that's what I'm getting for this one. Let's go ahead and get a tarot card here. This is called the Trick or Tarot deck. Well, That one just wanted to fly out. Okay, so we do have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles to me is like a reciprocal kind of a connection. And I feel like somebody is not able to reciprocate to you what you're giving, okay? And this could even be you. Maybe you know that you're not giving your all in a situation. You're not really feeling it. You're not really showing up, but yet you still kind of keep this person around because it's comfortable or it's all you know. So this could be a little bit of a shout in the face, which is, you know what, maybe let this person go. They're not really for you. You know that they're not, you know, that you're just hanging around with them because you don't want to be lonely or whatever it could possibly be. So this could be like the kick in the pants, which is it's time to stop engaging in this behavior and it's time to let certain people go. Let them find their person. So that way maybe you can find your person too. But there may not be a match here. It's like there's a mismatch or a misalignment of energy at this particular time. And we might be too stubborn to admit that, but it could be someone that we're dealing with. If you're dealing with someone who's just not able to show up for you, it's about getting humble about this and accepting that this person just isn't what you are looking for and not being afraid to let them go and walk away. All right. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and get another. Yeah, we have love yourself first. And this came up a lot when I just did the reading over on Monday, the Divine Masculine Weekly Forecast over on Mystic Moon. It really came down to the Divine Feminine needing to love herself first and foremost. But also the Divine Masculine, if he is not showing up for the feminine, it is a lack of self-love. You know, when you hate yourself or you don't love yourself or you don't find yourself valuable, you know, you're not really acting with like self-worth, you are going to end up hurting yourself and you're going to hurt a lot of people. So that's really the foundation of all relationships, is the relationship that we have with ourselves. So that needs to be solid first before we go out and exchange our energy with anyone. So I feel like some of you guys could be going through a period of time where you have either gone from friendship or relationship to relationship, and you keep kind of getting into the same situation over and over and over again. And so what this is showing you is that there needs to be some inner work done first. So that way you can shift this cycle. You can finally get out of this redundant cycle, basically. How many more times do we need to be, in a way, like smacked down to realize, you know what? The common denominator is me. Maybe I do need to love myself more. Maybe I need to put my needs first instead of trying to do everything for everyone else or do the work for them or show up for them too, instead of letting or allowing them to show up for me as well. Maybe we are afraid that that person will not love us. Maybe we are afraid of what that person is going to not do. So we do it for them because we're afraid of the truth. It's an ugly, scary truth. So Spirit is basically saying that we do need to focus more on the relationship that we have with ourselves. So maybe some of you guys need to just kind of take a little bit of a break from friendships or take a break from relationships at this time and really focus more on the relationship that you have with yourself. Nothing wrong with that. And we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is kind of a card that's a challenging card. It's challenging energy. It's kind of like back off, right? We need to put our boundaries up. We need to really defend ourselves. So if you're in a situation where you know you're being treated unfairly or like crap, it's not about, ooh, you have no one to blame but yourself. But remember, this particular lineup here is about tough love. And the tough love is that if you keep letting people treat you a certain way, it's basically showing people that you don't love yourself, okay? If you did love yourself and you respected yourself, you would put up healthy boundaries. You wouldn't allow someone to just take from you and give nothing back. You wouldn't just feel the need to just dump all of your energy into another person and not do anything for yourself. So I don't know if you guys are going through something like that, or maybe this is a wound from the past. So maybe you're at this particular time kind of reflecting and seeing how far you've come. But whatever's happening here, there needs to be some sort of a healthier boundary. We need to put a stop to some sort of behavior. We need to put a stop to people trying to push us into things that we don't want to do. We need to find our voices and say, no, I'm sorry. That means no. No means no. Putting our foot down. Maybe even blocking certain people. Pulling away from social media, perhaps. Whatever this is, we need to put some sort of barrier between us and something that isn't healthy for us, that isn't helping us at this time. So that's what we're getting there. Remember who the fuck you are. Yeah, so Spirit's laying it on thick. Remember who you are. Like, did you forget who you were? Did you lose yourself in someone? This happens sometimes. You know, even the strongest people can get caught up in a whirlwind romance or a really intense friendship, okay? And you can kind of lose yourself. You can get really excited and on a high. And when we're on a high, sometimes we are just purely basing all of our decisions on emotion and passion. We're not really utilizing our logic or our rationale. And so after the honeymoon phase or all of the excitement is over, then sometimes reality comes crashing down and you're just like, wow, how did I miss that? You know what I mean? How the hell did I miss that? So this is about learning how to enter into anything. Romantic relationships, friendships, family dynamics, work situations, with a solid foundation of who you are already intact. Because if you don't go in with that solid foundation of knowing who you are, if you are dealing with toxic people, they will find a way to use you, abuse you, exploit you, manipulate you, use you for their own personal gain, etc. So I just feel like maybe some of you that are watching this video have been through the ringer when it comes to lessons in relationships, you know, and you're tired of it. You're tired of being in the dumps. You're tired of being ditched or abandoned. You're tired of just this unreciprocated effort. You're sick of it. And Spirit is basically saying that you are going to have to wake up. And sometimes this wake up call can feel ugly. It can feel hard. It can feel sad and depressing and gloomy. Sometimes people will just enter in or just continue to stay in situations because they don't want to be alone. And even though it's crap, they still stay in it because at least it gives them something to do. So that's a choice too. But, you know, to what cost are we still allowing people to be in our lives or participating in dysfunctional situations or with dysfunctional people? So, yeah, that's what we're getting with this. Let's go ahead and get a tarot card. Yep, we have strength. I love that. You're definitely stronger than you realize. First of all, the bear is very, very strong. The bear can indicate a mama bear as well, as in the mama bear comes into, you know, the child's life and takes care of the child. So to me, this could be like a reparenting situation where maybe you're needing to reparent yourself. Maybe you're needing to protect yourself like a mama bear would her baby cub. So there's this adult part of you that needs to take care of the child, the wounded child. That's what I'm picking up on here. And we've got to remember that. So we've got to remember who the fuck we are. And we also have to realize that we're stronger than this. Why are we allowing someone to mistreat us or just not show up for us fully, like we're showing up for them? But this is also about showing up for yourself first and foremost. Let's get one more card. Okay, so interesting. You effed it up and you know it. This, I feel, is someone that screwed things up with you. They've got to learn the hard way. And your guilt and your empathetic nature, it might be very difficult for you to see someone suffer. It might be very difficult for you to watch someone hit rock bottom or watch someone just be like, wow, I can't believe I realized this only when it's now too late. Sometimes people do learn that way. They won't learn otherwise. And it's hard to watch. So, but this could also be you. Maybe you did something. Maybe you did. There's certain things that I can think of right now in my mind that I did that I shouldn't have done. I totally screwed things up. Shouldn't have done that. Wish I could take it back, but I can't. The only thing that I can do now is learn from it and try to do better next time. So some of you guys could be dealing with that. I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I wouldn't have done that. I can't undo it. Shame and guilt do have a purpose, because it's supposed to be uncomfortable for you to learn something like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to repeat that cycle. So it's not about, just forgive yourself. Yes, you want to forgive yourself, but also you don't want to hide from the fact that, you know what? Maybe that was a shitty thing to say. Maybe that was a shitty thing to do. So your guilt and your shame and just the pain that you feel over your actions are going to motivate you not to want to repeat those things again. If you're a true, empathic feeling person and not a narcissist with no conscience. But what I'm getting here is that learn from this, strengthen yourself from this, become a stronger version of you now moving forward. We all get carried away with our emotions. We all say things out of anger. We all make knee-jerk reactions here and there. But we learn from these things. So try not to rake yourself over the coals so much. Instead, try to find the silver lining in it and learn from the situation. But if somebody screwed things up with you, I'm sorry, you guys, you're going to have to let them sit in their shit and learn a lesson, because it may be that you're that person that just wants to save everyone. You don't want to see people suffer. I'm one of those people. Okay, I really am. I'm one of those people, and it's really hard for me, even though I know maybe somebody deserves something, to sit back and just watch them suffer, because I know what that's like, and I don't want people to feel that kind of pain. But sometimes pain is a great motivator. Sometimes people need to lose things in order to really change and transform. So I feel like you might be someone's lesson. Somebody may have to lose you, or they may have to understand that you have boundaries, that they underestimated you, that you're actually stronger than they thought, because they need a little bit of an ego smackdown. They need to be humbled, because I feel like someone may have been taking advantage of you for a very long time. And it may be that you're surprising them with this very strong boundaries that you're putting up now. And it's just like, whoa, it's given them an opportunity to take a step back and go, holy shit. But they need that. That's what I'm getting. Yep, Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, you guys, is a card of fear and anxiety. This might give you a lot of anxiety watching. And it's not about, you have to just sit back and watch someone suffer. I know I said that, but it's not about, sitting back and going, with your popcorn and just watching the drama unfold and getting off on it. Obviously you're not that kind of person. It does pain you. But what I'm getting here, you guys, is that if you're empaths, you're going to have to find a way to try to either busy yourself or not think too much about what this person is going through, because they've got to go through something. They've got to it's like a child. You don't want your child to suffer, but you know that they have to learn from their decisions. There needs to be consequences, or else they're just going to grow up and be spoiled, entitled, adults. So there's a part of us that needs to, in a way, kind of be the parent. Sometimes the parent is viewed as the bad guy. The child hates the parent. I remember I hated my mom for years because she's ruining my life, kind of thing. But obviously I grew out of that because I matured and I realized that there's certain things that she was trying to do to help me. There's a very similar dynamic here with you and someone else, or this is your own inner child. Your own inner child wants what it wants. It wants to eat a bunch of candy. It wants to party all night long. It wants to do this and do that. But there's this adult part of us that needs to kind of monitor this behavior, because all it's going to do is just create a muck in our lives. So I feel like this could really resonate for people on different levels, all right? But Nine of Swords is somebody who's up at night. Nine of Swords is somebody's mental health, right? I feel like it's not worth it for you anymore to be attached or to deal with someone that's making you feel this way. You're losing too much sleep. You've already lost too much. You've already suffered a lot. It's time to love yourself and to stop this suffering cycle. But I feel like some of you guys are afraid either to lose this person, or you are afraid to stop doing this one thing because you don't know how you're going to be happy if you don't. So this could be an addiction. This just is about letting something play out and letting the chips fall where they may, and allowing people to absorb the lessons that they need to absorb and not absorbing it all yourself. Because I feel like that's probably what got you in this situation in the first place, because you're a person that takes it all on and you're not allowing other people to take anything. This person, whoever this is, needs to take something this time. They just have to, or else they're not going to learn. So if you really truly care about someone and you love them, you will let them take some of this. So that's very interesting to me. All right. So that those were kind of like the challenges, you know, the kind of the harsh energies here. So let's go ahead and get some more details. This right here is called the Believe in Your Own Magic. All right, let's see what we need to know here. What do we need to know about believing in ourselves and our own magic? We have gray. Wow, endings are inevitable. So remember the silver lining, this ending, whatever's happening here, it's inevitable, you know? It's the only way that things are going to shift and change in our lives. The more that we hold on to this, the more pain we're going to be in. But I'm also getting the more that this person, not that you're responsible for their ascension or growth, but the more you're actually participating in stunting their growth. It's kind of like enabling someone. We can no longer do that because it's not helping anyone. Okay. So this ending 3 + 7 is 10. This something is over. Something is changing. All right. So this is called the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. The 8 of Wands. Light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. So we have fire energy coming through again. I do feel like you guys are purifying yourself, purifying some sort of energy and releasing something and resurrecting through fire this full moon, because we have the full moon here. You're literally outside with a fire during this full moon, and you're releasing something, you're letting it go, you're setting it free. And I do feel like it is a challenge for you. It absolutely is. It's not something that you're stoked to do, but it will help to move things forward. It will help to free up stuck energy, because the 8 of Wands is movement. The 8 of Wands is travel. And I feel like something right now is stuck in this gray matter. You can see that boat is in the clouds, so it's not actually on the ocean. So something isn't really moving here. And the only way to move forward is to release whatever this is. Raindrops, take a chance on them. So to me, this is an energy here. You did take a chance on this person. Raindrops, right? Raindrops to me can be tears. You did take a chance on someone. You did. It's just that you're not on the same page with them. It didn't work out for some reason. Maybe it's not meant to be right now. Maybe some of you at all. But we can't be afraid of this change. We can't be afraid of admitting this to ourselves, because the longer that we're in this denial, or the longer that we're trying to hold on to the situation, the more stuck our life is going to become, the more stagnant it will remain. Yeah, we have the Star. You know, literally, you guys put your best effort forward, your best foot forward. Maybe you even wished for this. You wished for this. But basically, Spirit is saying that you will heal from this. Healing is in your forecast. You will heal. So to me, it's like the forecast, like right now it's rainy. Right now it does seem to be rainy. It's raining right now in your life. But there are clear skies in the forecast for you moving forward. So keep your head held high. This is also about aiming higher. Maybe you were settling. Maybe you were downplaying your needs for someone. The best thing that you can do is realize that you actually deserve more. Aim higher. Raise your standards moving forward. Someone is going to recognize your star qualities. Someone is going to love you the way that you're looking to be loved, if this is about a relationship. This could be about a job as well. Maybe you want to do something different. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to move beyond this current position or situation. So Spirit is saying, look to the stars. This is also about have faith. And this is also about really connecting to your either higher power, creator, however you guys resonate with that terminology. Go outside also. Go out into the elements. Go out into the weather and contemplate. Think about what it is that you truly want, because this full moon in Taurus for me is us thinking about what we want to build moving forward. What's important to us? What do we truly value? Because not everybody wants the same things. Not everybody has the same values. One of the reasons that my marriage with Mr. Moon works so well, and even though we've had our issues and we're not perfect, the foundation and the core of what is important to us is the same. It is the same. It is the meat of our family. It is what keeps us together. 13 years this October is how long Mr. Moon and I have been together. And I do see it as an accomplishment. I really do. And if it hadn't been right for me, and we didn't share those same core values, we wouldn't have stayed together this long. So there is something about, knowing the core and the center is solid and everything can build from there. You can really get through anything and everything. And boy, have we been through a shitstorm of problems and challenges along the way, let me tell you. And it's not just with each other. It's the situations outside of ourselves. We're talking toxic family, we're talking toxic narcissistic exes, and just all kinds of things that have been very, very trying and difficult. But we've made it, and it's amazing. So anyways, let's go ahead and get another. We have tree. Oh, interesting. Let them go. Spirit is really, really giving us something to focus on for this full moon, this next moon. Tree, let them go. This tree, okay, so trees to me are a few things. Trees indicate something where we feel rooted. So we have put some sort of effort and time and dedication into a situation. So it's not just like, oh, it's not working out, just let them go. It's more than that. You've probably either have a very established connection with someone where you feel like you really know this person, you've been with them for a long time, you have a lot invested in the situation. This could also be family, because the tree can be a family tree, right? It might also indicate that you really feel so connected to someone, like I can't imagine my life without this person. So there's a very strong bond here. But what I'm getting here, you guys, is there's a very strong lesson at hand. And until we absorb this lesson, we're going to suffer with this person or in this situation that's maybe not right for us right now or at all. Okay? But you can see this tree is burning. Something is burning down. So it's kind of like a tower to me. This is a tower moment. It feels like a tower moment. It feels like our lives are crumbling down and going up in smoke. But it gives us no other option than to let this person or this situation go, because something is ending for a reason, because we are meant to move forward into a new phase of our lives. And we can't do this while we're still holding on to whatever this is. Yep. The world is the end of the road, the end of a cycle. It's also karma, karmic lessons, but it's burdens as well. Something that's been very heavy and taxing, very, very heavy in the energy field. But the world means that we're closing up an old cycle and we are opening a new door. And you can see here all the butterflies are around her because she is open to this transformation. It says, yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. So you know what? This confirms for me, you guys, that you will successfully let this situation go, that you will be able to absorb this lesson and really grow from this experience. There are new experiences on the horizon for you, but you do have to close up this old chapter before you can open up this new door and start to experience all of that joy. Okay? So congratulate yourself. There is a silver lining here. It's really not all doom and gloom. I know it probably feels that way, but it's not complete doom and gloom here. You will, in the near future, start to see how this is the best thing for you. And that's being the star here. Great spiritual guidance. We're being guided by the stars. We're being guided by the divine. The divine has a hand right now in everything that's happening in your life. So sometimes I see the tower as well as the star. Even though this is not the tower card, I'm just seeing this in my mind, the tower and the star. Whenever those two cards are together for me, this just means that Spirit's probably doing something for you that you've been having a hard time doing for yourself. So there's just been certain things that have been placed in either your mind. You suddenly became strong overnight. You felt like you didn't have that strength before. It's not that Spirit's taking away your free will in a situation, but they're really infusing you with some extra goodies right now to keep you strong, to keep you moving forward, to connect you with your higher self. And your higher self knows what's best for you. Okay. The lower self is what keeps us stuck. It keeps us in fear. It keeps us connected to things that aren't good for us. It keeps us off our destined path. Your higher self knows what your destiny is. Your higher self wants to do things to get you back on that path. And that's just what I feel Spirit is doing for you. They're infusing you with a lot of extra energy right now to get you back on track. So amazing. All right. Let's go ahead and go into some moon energy cards. This is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Let's see what we need to know about the moon's energy. Interesting. So I'm just seeing moon in Taurus, release control. This full moon in Taurus, you guys, huge energy. You are releasing your need to try to control this situation or this person. You're coming to the conclusion that you can't control anyone except for yourself. You can't change people. You really can't. Then if you want to try to inspire change, you've got to change yourself. Okay? You've got to change yourself. So this full moon in Taurus, excellent time to release something and to kind of take back control of your own life. Right? To kind of restore order in your own home, which is your house, you. This is called the Practical Magic Oracle. Oh, wow. Release your pain. Damn. So we are releasing not only control, we're releasing pain. This has been painful trying to maybe control something or try to kind of make something work. You know, when we're doing all the work and someone else isn't doing anything, that is painful because it's a painful realization that you're the only person that's really been trying or you're the only person that really cares in the situation. Now, the foxes can sometimes indicate people that are hiding things. Maybe some of you are dealing with a very sly individual. Maybe they just thought they were really sly and you're finally on to them. You have finally, you're seeing them for how they truly are. You're no longer believing their bullshit or their lies. You're on to it. So someone that's being foxy, stealthy, can be sometimes manipulative, not fully committing, because maybe they have issues with commitment or really opening themselves up and being vulnerable with other people. Maybe they're in pain, but because they're in pain and they're not healing, they can't connect with you properly. So that is not a match. I feel like you, the person watching the video, you're ready. You're ready for something great. You're ready for something. You want to build. This person, whoever you're dealing with, is not in alignment with you at this time. And it might be because they've got a lot of work that they have to do and you can't do the work for them. And maybe a part of this work is you also realizing that you've got a lot of work to do too. All right, this is called the Haunted Mansion or tarot. Oh, we have 9 of Wands. Yeah, the 9 of Wands means you're better off defending your home. See this? This is his home. Here he is. And he's got these wands. It's like a fence, and he's holding a wand, which means you can't come in. That's your best avenue dealing with whatever the situation is. To defend yourself, to put up a wall, to keep someone out, to take care of you, maybe to fly solo for a period of time. We have 3 plus 6 is 9, and 9. 9's to me, the 9 of cups, the 9 of pentacles, the Hermit is another number 9. Those are cards of solitude for me. People that are working on their own happiness, people that are providing their own happiness and their own needs instead of looking to other people to either provide that for them or to even share it with them. So I feel like this is kind of a solo journey for you guys right now, where you're going to be taking some time just for you to heal. That's what I'm just seeing here. So we have someone that's here, one person, solo energy here. That seems to be what this moon is really going to represent. It's going to really represent a time where we are releasing what's not serving, releasing a lot of pain. This fox is actually creating a gate. So this is, to me, this is a portal. This fox is a gate that's keeping you from entering into this portal, which is moving forward, moving on into the next phase of your life. You've got to let this fox go, whoever this person is or situation or thing is in your life. We have the full moon in Leo. Go wild. So first of all, just this full moon, even though it's not in Leo, this full moon is going to give you an opportunity to release yourself and be free. Maybe some of you guys have been just almost like keeping yourselves as prisoners, a prisoner to someone else's pain or issues, maybe even a prisoner of your own pain, whatever it is. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to release, and it's time for you to go wild. It's time for you to be free and to really find happiness in that new freedom, right? To do the things that you want to do, to live your life your own way for a period of time. So this is not, doesn't have to be a negative or a bad thing. This new freedom can actually be fun, is what Spirit is indicating. Yep, shine your light, the light and the dark. Great. You know, it's not just about love and light. This world, people, the experiences, things that we see and feel are made up of dark and light. No one is all light. And if they are, they're not on this frickin' 3D plane. You know what I mean? They've ascended. They have no reason to be here. One of the main reasons that we are here in this 3D world is to balance these energies. So perhaps we can ascend and not come back to this planet. But if you're here, you're still balancing out the light and the dark within you. You're experiencing both. You cannot have the light without the dark, and you can't have the dark without the light. You can be severely lopsided in, you know, either one of those energies and lose yourself. I've seen this time and time again, you know, but it's coming to the center and experiencing both the dark and light aspects of yourself, of people, of life. And there's so much wisdom in that. So much wisdom in that. We have the number 13. 13 is death. That is the way forward. That is where true transformation takes place in both the light and dark experiences that you will have in this lifetime. This will help to shape and mold you, and this will also help to balance you out. The things that you lose, the things that you've gained. Sometimes we're going to have wins. Sometimes we're going to have losses. But it's about, you know, what you take from all of that and not getting hung up on either the deaths or even, you know, like not getting hung up on the losses and the sorrows, and not getting hung up also on the joy, because both of those when you rely on, oh, nothing's ever going to work out, or I have to be happy and I can't ever lose anything, we lose our footing on the ground. We lose our groundedness, and we're just kind of on this roller coaster of highs and lows, and it's no way to live. So we're learning something about being balanced in all of this energy, and also living your life, because it's not like, oh, you only live once. That's a saying. I mean, if you believe in reincarnation, it's not true. But to me, this 3D life that you're experiencing right now, like, this is it. You only have, one shot in this life that you'll probably remember. So why not make it a good one? Don't allow the shit that has hurt you to keep you from now living your life. You can take chances and risks moving forward. Maybe you're going to be smarter about the decisions that you make, which, of course, the negative things that have happened to you are going to provide that wisdom to you, but you're not going to allow what's happened to you to keep you from ever like taking a risk or a chance and feeling things again. No way, because that's no way to live either. I love that, because the Six of Pentacles already came up. The Six of Pentacles, when it came up before, was about a situation where your needs were not being reciprocated. Your efforts were not paying off in the form of another person. But this right here means that as you move forward, as you release, as you balance more of this energy, you're going to find that your relationships with other people is more balanced, because you're balanced. So you're not going to be on this extreme high and low. When we're on an extreme high and low with people, what they do or what they don't do affects us so dramatically. It crashes our world. You know what I mean? So moving forward, you are going to experience a lot more peace in your relationships and dealings with people, whether it's romantic, family, friends, or even work situations, because you're feeling balanced, because you've taken the time to work on you. The lion is also a very independent creature. So it's their kingdom. It's not like, oh, it's my world, you're just living in it. But you're not looking at other people in the sense that you need them to be happy. If you want them in your life, you will experience happiness with them, but you don't necessarily need anyone in your life to be happy. You're providing that for yourself. But you're also balanced and know that you want people in your life, so you're not afraid of that either, because sometimes that can be the dark side of independence. That can be the dark side of self-love and self-worth, which is, I'm just going to be alone. I'm just going to fly solo. I'm a lone wolf. Well, if you're not even opening yourself up to any other kinds of, situations with people, you're actually going to stop growing and stop learning, because we need other people to bounce things off with, to work on ourselves, to realize where maybe our weaknesses or our strengths are. Also, there's something beautiful about exchanging energy with people. Even if it doesn't go well all the time, there's always something that you're learning. So it's not about being afraid of putting yourself out there or ever giving to someone ever again, because you might not get something back. You're going to learn each time you move forward. So don't be afraid. Be brave like the lion is what Spirit's saying there. We also have the last quarter moon in Aries. Walk through your feelings. I love this. So again, you guys, it's not about being afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings, okay? It's kind of like this spiritual community can sometimes be all about, love and light and, don't think one negative thought, etc. To me, it's just setting you up for disaster. It just is, because that's not reality. It's not real. You're fooling yourself. You're going to have to work through your uncomfortable feelings. You're going to have to work through failing sometimes. Sometimes you do need to fail. Sometimes you're not always going to get what you want in life. And you're going to have to walk through and work through those feelings. And those feelings have something to teach you, very valuable things to teach you, things, that will actually help you to accelerate. So don't be afraid of uncomfortability. Don't be afraid of those dark feelings. pretending that you don't think something or feel something when you do. You're just gaslighting yourself. So really try to practice like, okay, hey, I feel this way. But you know what? Maybe try to figure out, why do I feel this way? Why? My daughter and I, we are so, we just love psychology, and we just love, taking what we're going through or what we're thinking and really working through why we feel that way, where it came from. And it doesn't make it like, oh yeah, it's okay that we're thinking that, but we understand why we might be thinking that or feeling that. So sometimes just that knowledge is so helpful. So work through why you feel something. Could even be for some of you, maybe it's time to look into a counselor or maybe group therapy or something like that. That could also be very helpful to you during this period of time or transition. We have physical strength, protector, love it. So this is about getting stronger in your physical body. It might be time for some of you guys to really, it might not be the gym. I hate the gym, so that's not going to happen for me. But it could just be maybe doing some stretching, or maybe even turning on a YouTube video and doing some sort of a yoga thing. It could even be going for a walk, a jog, or even a hike with a friend, or maybe even a bike ride. There's lots of physical things that we can do that it doesn't have to be like, oh, the daunting going to the gym. But Spirit is basically saying that we do need to make sure that we're taking into consideration not only our mental, emotional, spiritual, but also physical body. All of these things need to be balanced and need to be strong in order for us to really thrive in this lifetime. So there seems to be something there for someone that needs to consider maybe physically taking care of yourself, maybe even just what you're eating, etc., paying attention to your diet. This would be positive for you. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a very creative card, a creative thinker, somebody who has a lot of great ideas. So I kind of feel like if you guys are not really feeling that great right now, sometimes we feel like we can't even fathom how to think positively or how we're even going to get over something. Sometimes just dropping into your physical body and grounding into the physical world, that's a great place to start. The rest will follow. So if some of the stuff that I'm saying to you guys, you're like, impossible, there's no way I'm going to be able to ever forget about this. There's no way I'm going to feel better. Start with your physical body. The rest will follow, I promise. So that's what Spirit is saying here. That's the only way that you're going to be able to thrive with this new opportunity or this new energy that you're being given, this new stage that you're about ready to go into. If you're not feeling it, start with your physical body. All right, let's see what else. Oh, there's two. So I'm just going to, I was going to do one more after this. So we'll just take this top one and then we'll go into the second. Unleash your kindest self. That's beautiful. So it's about being kind, Yes, we can hold up healthy boundaries, but we can also do it with kindness. It doesn't have to be, a shitty thing. It doesn't mean that we have to, be mean to people. It's just about setting our boundaries, speaking our mind, saying what we need to do, but doing it in the kindest way. Because you want to be able to make sure that you can live with what you do, your decisions, and how you're acting as a person. So I think that that's a nice little reminder there. Yeah, interesting. We have two different decks that say be kind. Unleash your kindest self, be kind. So the rabbit is very kind and gentle. But this is also about being kind and gentle to yourself. So unleash your kind. I just got this from Spirit. You're so busy being so kind to everyone else. What about you? Have you forgotten about you? Remember the card before, it says, remember who the fuck you are. You're a kind individual. You're a good person. And maybe if you're dealing with people that are trying to make you think that you're not kind, don't allow the toxicity or other people's issues to take you away from who you truly are, who you know yourself to be. So yes, you may have to put up a boundary with someone like that that's kind of trying to rock your boat. But I just feel like you are who you are. Really celebrate who you are. You're a kind, gentle soul. Maybe you gave someone a chance. Maybe they burned you. Instead of focusing on what a fool, what a chump you are, instead say, you know what? Hey, at least I can say I gave it my best shot. I put my all into the situation. It didn't work out for me, but you know what? The silver lining is there was something of great value for me to learn from this, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm not going to change the core of who I am. The core of who I am is that I am loving and that I am kind. Will I be smarter? Yes. Will I put up healthy boundaries next time? Yes. Will I be more discerning? Yes. But I am the core of who I am. I'm not going to frickin' change. I'm not going to let anybody shake the core of who I am. This is who I am, and I love myself. I'm proud of myself. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yep, the sun. Fantastic. It's positive. Positive, positive, positive. And it's not all about, oh, love and light, everything's positive, everything's hunky fucking dory, because it's not all the time. But the thing is, that's your greatest strength. I'm going to tell you right now, is your freaking kindness, your soul, who you are. The core of who you are, you guys, it's good. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're the bad guy, okay? And it doesn't mean that you never did anything wrong, and it doesn't mean that you always, made the right decisions, but the core, the center of who you are, you're a good person. And it's just, if you've picked the wrong people, it was just your vibration at the time. So this is another opportunity for you to raise your vibration by loving yourself, being kind to yourself, working on yourself, treating yourself the way that you actually treat other people, giving yourself the same dedication that you give to other people. This will really help to illuminate a lot for you. And I just feel like a lot of you have just finally woke up. You're finally seeing things very clearly, clear as frickin' day. And Spirit's saying the forecast looks really, really good. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the new, what's on the horizon. Yeah, and Indy agrees. Don't be afraid. All right, last one. We have honor your feelings. Okay, so again, there is something about feeling your feelings, honoring how you feel. And sometimes our feelings, we feel really hurt, we feel really sensitive, we might even feel very pissed off. All of these emotions are speaking to you, and you're supposed to work through them. It's kind of like the stages of grief. I don't remember how they go in order, but they came up with that formula for a reason, because one day you might feel totally depressed, and then the next day you're pissed. And then you go to acceptance, and then you go to bargaining, where you want to try to, you don't want to lose it. And then you go to whatever it is. So allow yourself to go through the stages of this grieving process, or this healing process, or this letting go process. You're only human at the end of the day. Okay. So allow yourself to go through it, but it is leading to a positive, sunny place. I love this solar energy. So we got a lot of sun, solar energy. We have the lion coming through again, solar magic. Yeah. So this just tells me here, you guys, maybe work with the sun's energy. The sun is also masculine energy, and the masculine energy is action oriented. So it's not really a time to sit indoors. Yes, you can do this, honor your feelings. This is very feminine energy, but don't sit in this too long. Make sure to balance this out. Don't spend all your time indoors. Don't lay in bed. Don't watch sad movies. Don't listen to sad songs. Do what you can to get into your physical body. That's why the physical strength card was here. Do what you can to work on your goals. Do what you can to get outside in nature and connect with maybe a friend, or just yourself and nature, your creator. That's where your strength is. It's in the sun, masculine energy, action-oriented energy, goals, going for it, positive vibes, being outdoors. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. So don't spend too much time indoors. It will only depress you, okay? Focus on what you can change. You can't change certain situations with people, but what you can change is yourself. And that's what Spirit's saying they want you to focus on, all right? Absolutely want you to focus on that. And we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups means it's not over for you. It's not. You have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands that just came through. You have new adventures on the horizons, you guys. You have new opportunities that are coming to you. You're going to feel love again. You're going to fall in love again. You're going to be inspired to create. To me, this is creative. The Page of Cups is usually an artist, and the Page of Wands is somebody that has a lot of great ideas. So moving forward, what I'm getting here, your strength is in creating things that move your soul, doing things that bring you joy, writing, creating art, just creating something. That's really, really where your strength and your happiness is going to lie. But the pages are new opportunities, and it can sometimes indicate new people or new things coming in. And to me, you have so much new stuff. You have so much happiness, star, sun, strength, happiness, all of it. It's all on the horizon for you. So whatever this thing is that's ending, okay? Let it go as best as you can. It won't always be rainy. The stars and the sun are going to shine again. They're on the horizon, but it's about you walking through that final door. Okay. So anyways, you guys, that's what I have for you this Witchy Wednesday. I really hope that you enjoy these empowering messages. And thank you guys again so much for choosing to watch this reading. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.